Hello everyone, and welcome back to another StarCraft 2 cast. I'm going to be your caster here today, Green Sue, and what we're looking at today is a game from Mouz.Hope. He will be the top right. He is a Swedish Zerg player. I think he's 16 years old. That's always fun to see the young players come in, tramping out the old ones. And in the bottom left of DayBreak, we will have MVP.Lure, who will be playing the red Protoss. Fun little guy here. He's done pretty well for himself. Gone through Code A just a bit. I don't know for sure if he's made any codes. I think he may have at one point. Not 100% sure. Probably not. It has been a little while. And Hope's achievements have come up through a lot of first place in the Go for StarCraft 2 League from the ESL. So he does pretty good for himself. He's a pretty decent player, but now he will be playing against a Korean MVP. So we will be seeing just how well he can exactly play on these higher leagues. It will be a very interesting map. DayBreak a map that's recently you don't see too much of anymore, which is too bad. It's a map I always enjoyed. It's a map I was always pretty good at too. I always did fairly well in this map since it was big and it favored kind of my play style of just sitting back and defending and waiting and really getting those right positions and finding those places to engage and not instead of just running into them because it's such a big spot that you have to know where to put your stuff. So it's always really fun to me. I just enjoy this map a lot. And on the pro level though, it's a bit different. You see, it usually takes games into the pretty late. Once it's so big, it's so easy to secure your bases. But then again, for Protoss, especially now, it's so easy to harass. It's so easy to get out that early aggression and just really take some players for a whirl. It's quite fun. Was that a Zerglin? That is a Zerglin. Look at that little Zerglin. Oh, it's gone. But there's a Zerglin there. I swear. Wait. DNA. I don't know what that was, but I know there's a Zerglin before I watched for a little while. There's the Zerglin. There's the Zerglin. Totally worth all the time put into that. And here we see MVP.Lures being very annoying, blocking that drone from getting expansion out will go down, but hey, it was annoying a little. Pool does manage to finish though right before it starts, so it will be pretty heavy onto that play. He's actually going straight for Zerglins and Queens. Normally you'll see the Zerglin is delayed just a little bit to focus a bit more on drones, but he's actually going for a pair of lings much earlier. And back home we actually see Lure just going for a forge, an FFE, a forge fast expand. Very standard on this kind of map. It's so easy to wall in here as a Protoss player. Just leave a little gap open, block it with a Zealot, block it with something, and hey, you're pretty much good to go against whatever your opponent really could have out in the beginning of the game. So Lure will be very secure in this point. His expansion will be up not significantly ahead, about 50% ahead, well actually about 25% ahead of his opponent. So it was, again, it's not a big deal that it was blocked, just minor annoyance that it just happened in response. So Hope's like, I'll take a third. What are you gonna do about it? A lot of nothing. You're just blocking yourself in. And I don't see Lure at this point actually doing much to right now punish any economic grab like that. He is just focusing on the extra gateways. He does have, he will be thrown down 3, I think I saw it say he's thrown down 3, but I'm moving wrong. I guess he only just threw down 1. I don't know how to exactly read maps sometimes. I was about to say, I was looking at it, about to say, Lure had that gas there, but we didn't put anything in, he did now. So now he is mining off both gases in his main base with his cybernetic score up. He could go for a really early +1, I think, and then he could go and do some damage if that is what he decides to go for, as he does not have enough for it. But he is not really opting to go for anything. I guess he will just be going straight for that warp gate tech. But I figured with all the effort put into gas that he would go for a move like it. I don't think this actually is a finished wall off. Was that complete there? Can something get through there? I don't know if a Zerg can get through there, because if it can, that's a bit flaw. That's a little flaw in your wall there. Hello, Overlord. Want to be on the camera? I see. It's okay. Everyone wants to spawn the limelight. But instead, Lure would be just going for that Stargate, going for a bit of harassment with the Oracle, or just make a couple of Phoenix just to also get the scouting along with the harassment out. Hope actually being very economical. He's going to take his 2 gases down here. Not actually made any other Zerglins really besides those initial 2, and it's going to sit back and just drone up very hard. And there's actually the one attack going down now as well, and the warp gate as well. So he's going for both of them. Just wanted to have money for both of them. Wanted to get the warp gate up sooner, which is it's very reasonable. You want to get that up a little fast to be able to just warp in units right across the bay. This being the bay of the map. All of this is a bay, and he wants to get across it quickly. And Protoss are good at that because they warp. And actually will be Phoenixes over Oracles, so that's fun. Oracles are, to me, not the most fun unit to use. They're pretty nice to watch and they're very useful, absolutely. They're just not as fun to me as Phoenixes, which just they shoot while they move. It's awesome. It's like, ooh, zap, zap. And his Overlord was in the wrong. It will spot all three of these gateways put down. And that is either a very tricky play by Lord going down, just trying to confuse his opponent, thinking, oh, he's going 3 extra gateways on top of 1, he's going 4 gating me with Phoenix behind it. Oh dear, I should do something. And you can just cancel him now if you want to, and completely confuse his opponent now that Overlord's gone. But I do believe he will be sticking with that 4 gateway strategy. There is already a pylon going down in the very, that's the 6 o'clock position. And he will actually be moving out. And actually, I hope doing a very smart thing and throwing down some spore crawlers. It will pretty much be protecting his mineral lines from the harassment of the Phoenixes, but I don't think they're really there to do much damage. He actually only threw down 1 in his natural. That's weird. Did you throw down 1 over here? You just threw down... No, wait, there's 1 there. There it is. Left his main curiously undefended. He does have a queen, but that can't hold up against everything. Macro Hatch is always fun, though. And he did see it, so now he is going into that reactionary mode of gotta get extra army, gotta throw down a Hydros then for that extra DPS, and while the Zerglings hold down. The Zealots already here on the front base. The gateways have completed. There are now warp gates, and they will be able to start moving in soon. There's a couple already in. The Phoenixes are flying around, and he will be congregating right down here at the entrance to the third. Moving in now. And this is part where it can do potentially a lot of damage. The Phoenixes aren't with his army. Oh no, yes they are. Didn't see them for a second. But that's like 6-8 Zealots are down, and that can actually do a lot of damage. It isn't much to hold it. They will be able to get in a pretty good position as well. The Stalker is getting caught out, and that will go down. But now these Zerglings are going to be forced to try their hardest to clean up. Poor Queen did go down. And the Zerglings are trying their hardest to get that surround that, but it will be very difficult to get it because there's so many Zealots, and they're going to be able to kite for quite a little while. Extra juice bomb, and with the Hydras, speed is also now done. So now done. So it will be able, they will be able to be pretty maneuverable and do quite a bit of damage as long as they can get in that good position. Doesn't let them get held out. He is now getting out of sizable amount of units, and someone slowed down the game. Oh, well, that was beautiful. Drone's now joining into the fight as well, and it looks like these Zealots will be cleaned up for now. And it is actually a pretty successful hold. A number of Phoenixes flying around trying to find out what it exactly is they can do. But seeing that everywhere except... Oh no, there's a spore crawler moving right now. But if he can get in there before that happens, he could do a bit of damage. Doing a bit more Overlord harassment, which is good. And that thing still doesn't go down. It's probably playing here a couple of seconds, can do a bit of damage. He can take out some gas drones. That would actually be very annoying if he took out some miners on the gas, but the spore crawler does go down. He will lose just 1 or 2 Phoenixes. Actually, he lost a couple there. He had like 6 or 7. Now he's down to 4. So he did lose a couple Phoenixes there, probably before he wanted to. And now with that initial damage done, it wasn't the most amount of damage. He's actually... Oh no, I didn't even notice that. He lost the third. So that was a bit of a amount of damage. I can't believe I missed that. I was busy up here. I didn't even notice that he came down here and killed the third. So good on him there. So that will allow him to actually move up and tech switch into the Colossus and make actually a pretty scary viable. Hope has transitioned pretty fully into this Hydralisk composition. He is moving into Roaches now, adding that composition, which will give those Hydralisks a bit of a buffer before they have to engage directly. So having that line of Roach in front will be very helpful. Thermal Lance is about halfway done. There's 1 Colossus already out, or is it 2? 1? And there was the rest of the army, so now he does have 1 Colossus already out. I didn't get much report late, because it's the first I've seen of it. So I don't know, I feel like that was a really late Mothership Core. Again though, I might have just been inattentive. I do that sometimes, I'm rather foolish. Actually, strange to me, moving into the Blink Stalker mix, actually a really different move is because he doesn't have any Stalkers out as of yet. He has a total of 0 Stalkers out, so he will be making just a bunch. It looks like he wants to make this a complete, not it's complete. Well, I'm just gonna point out, yeah, he's waiting until he has the blink to make all the Stalkers that completely catch his opponent off guard. He doesn't want him to see it coming at all, unless he does go in and scout. But then if he does scout it, all they'll see is Zealots and assume charge lots, probably off the bat. So with hiding the amount of Stalkers he has and can have, he can pretty much fool his opponent just for a small amount of time until he gets ready to actually strike in. But looks like Hope won't actually be waiting for that. He'll just go in and win a number of Zerglings himself. Additional gateways are being on, and the Zerglings will see it. Will be able to take down a cannon team, but that's not the biggest deal. And will they even get the cannon? No, they will not. The Colossus are with Thermal Lance completed to be able to push them back rather easily. And now he is warping in additional stalkers. Blink is almost done, and that is when all the real damage will start to come out. That's when he'll be able to engage very effectively against his army. Roach, Zergling, Hydra combination is a pretty deadly combination. He's breaking down these rocks now, which is what he wants to do. He wants to be, if he has to engage up this ramp, he wants it in his favor up the Zerg, and that is in that wide area there, in that wide concave-ish area. A good number of stalkers out now. 3 Colossus, so he's really going to have to get that engagement timed very well. Observers are not helping his cause since his entire army's revealed and he can't really see much of his opponents. Beaks have been continuing to be annoying all game long. I want to look at their kills, if they will let me click on it. I feel up 7, so they've been getting a decent amount of kills throughout it, and the other ones have. It's just a little bit to argue if it's been worth it based on how many he's got to lose. He has been slowly losing them. He has quick production on him. He's just trying to make the most of what he has. Looks like the engagement will go down here. Guardian shields and the force field will go down, and he will be actually catching down small pockets in, but there's actually a doom drop coming down right now. And he is going to fly over it. Stalker's blink is finished, so he can't get down, and he will be getting dropping right in the middle of that army. And there the roaches going down and doing actually a lot of damage. Not taking out any Colossi. I think he took down 1, but that was actually very well held from MVP.Lure. It was a good attack from Hope, but it just I didn't get the right angle down. That move in with the Overlord partway through the battle was actually really well done. Actually pushed the army back and stopped him from killing off the brunt of his army after he got caught up by the force fields. And now he's engaged right now. He may get a couple more zealots. Blink Stalkers are done, and they actually are going to be a bit of annoying. I believe he has an observer somewhere in his army. I don't see. No, does he not have an observer? So he could all the while be clearing out creep if he had brought that out. So that would have been very good. The creep has not been a just top of the line right now, but it could be a bit better, and I would like to be better. It's not even like fully connected in some places. And what's more is he's only not just getting down his fourth expansion. He should have had it down a lot earlier, since he's seen Lure has been on his third for quite a bit now. So Lure's been slowly pulling ahead. He's been on 3 bases, 2 to 3 bases of the Zerg. He does have a macro hatch, yes, but he's only had 3 mining bases, so he doesn't need to get ahead. Another good concave here from Hope, and he's actually maybe able to start pushing things back now. The extended range on the Colossus was so powerful though, and there's so many stalkers now in the mix. DBS is good, but he will blink right very aggressively into the middle of it, and he looks like he will start to be able to take down the army of Hope, and it looks like he will be now start pushing in and start taking things out. This army is still very much a threat. There's so many stalkers left, plus 4 Colossi. He hasn't even been able to snipe any of the Colossi. Like maybe took down 1 all game, and if he does now move in, he could actually do quite a bit of damage here. There is still a sizable amount of roaches, but I feel like he could be able to just take that out fairly easily. I feel like he may actually be waiting for more zealots though, because to tank more damage to get out and hold him back. He doesn't want to. And actually, transferring drones actually getting caught. That's not good at all. And additional little stalkers are being more warped in. Microphone is also very good. Warp is being a little odd there, and there's actually a really good engagement for Lure for a second. He got a really good concave there and started doing a bit of damage, but he just overextended just a bit, and now the Colossus are going to move out and be able to take out again so many stalkers. And the blink micro is so sick, and there's Nikki from Mouz.hOpe. Oop, they scurry away, and the game will be going to Lure. And Lure actually take a second to leave. That's odd. That was a really good game for both of them, and I hope you enjoyed that. So be sure to subscribe and comment to this video, and subscribe to me because I'm awesome, and I think you're awesome, and I want you to enjoy these. So again, thanks for watching, and come back next time.